Denver 7 News starts right now.
A racist Nazi Facebook group uncovered right here in Colorado following the death of a high school student. 5 students have been expelled and several others are being investigated after this hate group surfaced recently.
Denver 7's Mark Boyle explains how students are shaken up by the threats that are aimed at African Americans and Jewish men and women.
This is the 15-page police report detailing how 15 Boulder area students discussed the killing of African American and Jewish men and women. According to the report, one group member directly threatening minorities using derogatory slang.
I was stunned how people can be saying that around other kids and not feel guilty about that. Still have the group online and still talk about it.
The threats enough to frighten staff and students at several Boulder area schools, including Boulder Prep Charter, where the report shows 5 students, including Sage Reynolds, Olivia Ward, and Grant Gordon, were expelled because of their involvement with the group. The report also details involvement by minors at Centaurus, Monarch, Pomona, and Boulder High.
It wouldn't seem like a place like those things would happen here, you know. I don't know, I was just kind of really shocked and kind of scared.
Boulder police say in the report, investigators aren't charging the teens with a crime because the threats aren't credible. Boulder Valley Schools, in a statement, said in part, Boulder Valley School District administered appropriate responsive action with the students involved. But regardless of the action taken, some students are taking a closer look at one another and their social media interactions.
I had a list of people in my head who it was, but then I realized that's not them, and what if it's someone else?
We're learning more tonight about the driver who was killed in a school bus crash out at DIA. You're looking at some video of that crash. Carrie Chopper was driving some members of the Legacy High School football team when she ran into a cement pylon on the bridge right there. The coroner confirmed today she had an enlarged heart, which could have caused her to pass out at the time of that crash.
And new at 6, she was supposed to be taking care of the elderly and sick in Elbert County, but tonight a home health care aide in Simla is accused of stealing jewelry, cash, and more. Denver 7's Jacqueline Allen is digging into the charges, and Jacqueline, there could be more victims.
That's what's shaking up people here in the tiny Elbert County town of Simla. So far, this home health care aide is accused of stealing jewelry like this wedding ring and this bracelet from 2 families here in Simla. But sources tell me they suspect there are many more.
I usually keep my jewelry in here.
After a recent surgery, Bonnie Johnson's wedding ring and gold bracelet went missing. Before long, she suspected the woman who was supposed to help her recover, Charity Hughley, a home health aide who's worked all over Elbert County.
Very violated. I felt bad because I had referred her to other people.
Records show an elderly couple in Simla also came forward, accusing Hughley of stealing jewelry and cash from them too. So how many families do you suspect she has stolen from?
I don't even want to throw a guess out on that number because of, do I believe it's more than 2? The 2 that we have right now, yes.
Simla's police chief says their investigation found Hughley had pawned stolen jewelry at an Aurora pawn shop. Last night, they served a search warrant on her home. And sources tell us they found more jewelry. Hughley's husband is a town trustee, but police do not think he was involved. In a town where everyone knows everyone.
So when you have these kind of crimes, it makes it that much even worse because it's like stealing from your mother.
While Johnson got her jewelry back, she can't believe she and other vulnerable people in this community put their trust in the wrong person. But a lot of people don't have theirs.
A lot of people, I'm sure, do not have their jewelry back, and that's sad.
Charity Hughley was in court for the first time this afternoon facing felony charges. Police tell me it is a sad reminder you have to check out the people you let into your home and keep track of your valuables. In Simla, Jacqueline Allen, Denver 7.
4 men accused in a kidnap for ransom case in Lakewood have been moved to federal court. Now, Lakewood police say the suspects took a 27-year-old from a store right here, held him hostage for 5 days after that. Now, they eventually got some ransom money from the victim's family, and they released that man.
You're looking at surveillance video capturing the detonation of what the Boulder County Sheriff's Office now confirms was an improvised explosive device that was found outside the Nederland Police Department. This all took place at Nederland's only shopping plaza, leaving many asking why this small town was targeted. Denver 7's Sally Mamdou is live from Nederland with more.
There are more questions than answers. Was this person targeting police or the entire shopping plaza? These are all questions that police are trying to figure out answers to as they continue to investigate this horrific incident. And what made this incident even more horrifying, right next to the police department, is a nature learning center for children. Today, business owners in the Caribou Ridge Shopping Center are meeting to discuss ways to make it safer and how they can stay more vigilant. Netherland police, as well as the FBI, are now investigating this incident. Netherland police tell me they are now reviewing surveillance camera from the shopping plaza to figure out who brought the device and why, since no threatening notes were left behind. Residents told me they heard and felt the impact of that bomb being detonated this morning. Today, many of them are stunned to see this take place right here in this small town.
To learn that really somebody was violating our community like that is shocking.
It's kind of shocking. This little town it's just a quaint little town. It just doesn't make any sense to any of us.
Netherland police are asking anyone with information or anyone that noticed anything suspicious that Tuesday morning to contact them immediately. In Netherland, Sally Memdu, Denver 7.
A hearing today in a class action lawsuit challenging Denver's treatment of homeless people during those routine sweeps. Now, these sweeps essentially remove people from their camps and take their belongings away. The group Denver Homeless Out Loud says sweeps specifically violate the Fourth Amendment of unreasonable search and seizures.
Well, we're certainly feeling fallish today. After a lot of warm days, it was cold out there. Right now, 32 degrees colder than it was this time yesterday in Denver. The western part of the state had more sunshine, and so temperatures there are about the same. But we're at 47 degrees right now. 46 at Akron, 45 degrees at Lyman. This is some hope off to the west of us, though, if you're not enjoying this cold. Sunshine coming back into the Denver area. Beautiful shot from our camera just to the east of DIA. And starting to see that sun poking through from our view at City Park as well. That is a good sign of what's to come. Up at the Loveland ski area, there we go. Skies are clear as well, and we have warmer days on the way. Your full First Alert forecast coming up.
Well, the weather wasn't the only downer today. It was either a Halloween Grinch, ghouls, or maybe just greedy thieves. They wiped out this popular roadside pumpkin stand overnight. Denver 7's Russell Haythorne is there this evening. Russell, the owner, is understandably devastated by this.
Yeah, Adam, if you can imagine this entire area stacked high with pumpkins and those straw bales that you can take home and decorate with. Also, the tent was covered with those hanging chili ristras and other fall goodies, completely wiped out here. About the only thing left behind by these thieves were a few jars of chili queso and salsa. The ghouls even stole one of two huge chili roasters worth about $7,000. When owner Pete Elliott arrived here this morning, he was obviously devastated.
Pumpkins are very, very hard to get. I don't know if we'll be able to find the pumpkins.
They cleaned them out. It's sad. I'm sickened.
I'm just disgusted. I'm just, more than saying anything to them, I want to catch them.
The good thing is, if there's one thing about the owner, Elliot, he is resilient. Check it out. He got a new shipment of chilies in late this afternoon. They were also able to call in a welder and fix this roaster, which the thieves broke but didn't manage to steal. And as you can see, the stand now back in business. We're live tonight. Russell Haythorne, Denver 7.
Good for them. Thank you, Russell. A $2,000 reward is up for grabs for helping finding two men who stole $80,000 from a man at a KeyBank parking lot in Aurora. Police say the two were caught on surveillance robbing the man who had just withdrawn the money for the business where he worked. The suspects got away in a white Lincoln LX, which had no license plates on it.
Hillary Clinton making a West Coast swing right now, spending some time late today at this rally in Colorado. Now, she has to win over Democrats and the independents who make our state so contentious this election. Here's Denver 7's Mark Stewart to break it all down for us.
Among the challenges facing Hillary Clinton here in Colorado is the fact that 1/3 of the voters here are Republican, 1/3 are Democrats, the rest are independents. That's why she made a deliberate appeal, letting voters know in this election it's more than okay to cross party lines.
And I am very grateful for all of the Republicans who are supporting me. And I'm very appreciative of all of the newspapers that are endorsing me, some of whom have never endorsed a Democrat before.
Campaigning in Pueblo and southern Colorado can be a bit of a challenge. There are a lot of Democrats here, but many of them take on a conservative perspective on many of the issues. Perhaps one reason why Hillary Clinton did not talk about guns and the Second Amendment. In Pueblo, Mark Stewart, Denver 7.
If you're looking to score big on Halloween candy this year, listen up. One of the best trick-or-treating spots in the country turns out is right here in Denver. Denver ranked 7th for the most candy kids can get with the least amount of work. That's really their priority, right? And local neighborhoods on that list include Corey Merrill, Country Club, Wash Park, West Highland, and Congress Park. And Zillow consider things like home values, density, and crime rates.
And the parents have to test out all that candy first.
Of course we do.
It works out.
Never fails.
All right, a parole officer in Aurora is in some hot water after Denver 7 investigates, uncovers an internal email.
How it set up shop and overstepped its boundaries without the neighborhood even knowing it.